All right, big news from the tech world. Apple officially announcing its newest laptop with a price that pits it against ones from its other competitors and tech peers like Microsoft and Google. The MacBook Neo starting price, $799.
Joining us live now for a closer look is tech journalist and podcast host Marc Saltzman. Okay, Marc, I remember when the Apple computer first came out and it had that colorful, translucent back to it. These laptops are getting thinner and thinner these days. It's like they're on Ozempic. So give us the backstory for this.
Yeah, I like that. This is by far, the MacBook Neo is the least expensive MacBook we've ever seen in Canada. $799 compared to the MacBook Air, which starts at $1499. But yes, once upon a time, they did have that Tangerine desktop computer that was affordable. The Mac mini desktop as well, $629 back in 2005. But laptops now are really creeping up in price. So for Apple to go after a budget-conscious crowd, great for students. As you mentioned off the top, this is really going right at the jugular of the Chromebook family and the entry-level Windows PCs. It's significant because Apple is such a hot brand, but it's often priced out of the hands of those who want to have the latest iPhone and the latest Mac, but can't afford it. So this is really great for that sweet spot if you've got reasonable expectations about what it can do.
And Marc, it is interesting because I find a lot of people, they have iPhones. Those are kind of the dominant device on the market. But then, the Apple laptops are just so expensive that people often have like a PC. So they're kind of surfing between two different operating systems. This seems to make things a lot more seamless, which I'm sure is an advantage for Apple as well.
Yeah, there's a couple things Apple is doing here. Number one, they're addressing the global chip shortage and pricing it also, which is great for the economy with what's going on, especially in Canada with tariffs and higher prices. Yeah. So smart. They're also smart because, yes, it integrates very seamlessly with iPhone. So they want to keep you in the Apple ecosystem rather than stepping out and testing other operating systems. Not to mention, if you're young, you're a student in grade 5, and you've got a Chromebook or a Windows, you may be more inclined to stick with that platform because that's what you're comfortable with. So Apple is trying to change that up. And also what they want to do is, because there's limited storage, it starts with 256 gigs, which isn't bad, but not a lot for a lot of videos. You're going to be forced, if you will, to buy iCloud storage. Right. So Apple's got a couple of tricks up their sleeve. Good for them, though, because again, they've never been the company that's tried to be all things to all people, but this is really smart on their part. And I think it's fun, even if you do have a MacBook Pro, which starts at $23.99 Canadian, for something like this that has a 16-hour battery that's only 13 inches, very light, 2.7 pounds, you may be open to bring this on a business trip, and you keep the more advanced Mac for editing videos and things like that.
Yeah, for sure. It's light, it's convenient, and it has the same chip as the iPhone 16 Pro. So talk about this chip. Is it essentially kind of like having your iPhone 16 Pro in the form of a laptop? You can do word processing, kind of simple tasks like that?
Yeah. Great question. They've optimized it to be even more impressive than when the A18 Pro chip came out 2 years ago in the iPhone 16 Pro. They've optimized it so it will handle applications that you're used to handling on a laptop. Again, having reasonable expectations, word processing, email, social media, it's going to be just fine for that. This is not the first time, though, that we've seen a mobile chip in a laptop. Qualcomm has had a lot of success over the last couple of years, putting their mobile phone chip in laptops to the point where Intel and AMD are not happy. Of course, that because the Qualcomm chips, while they may be underpowered, they did serve a purpose for general computer use, and not to mention amazing battery life. Some of these Qualcomm-based laptops can last over 30 hours on a single charge. Wow. So Apple is doing the same thing. They're using their slightly older chips to power computers. From what I understand, the experience is really smooth. Again, you're not going to do high-end video editing. You're not going to game on a Mac, which you probably wouldn't anyways, even on a high-end Mac. Right. And it's not great for on-device AI processing, which could be pretty system resource hungry. You're going to want to just keep to basic tasks. But for $799 to start, love that citrus color, by the way. I think it's going to be a huge hit in Canada when it comes out March 11th.
March 11th. Okay, so just about a week away. Marc, we always appreciate your time. Marc Saltzman, of course, tech journalist, podcast host of Tech Talk. Good to see you, Marc. Talk soon.
Thanks so much.
Likewise. Thanks.